Celtics Talk podcast is presented by 24autogroup.com. You'll save more at Route 24.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into another episode of the Celtics Talk podcast here on the NBC Sports Boston podcast network. A little diversion from the post-game pods. I hope you guys are all enjoying those, but wanted to deep dive something today, and that deep dive is on Hauser Mania because it's running wild in Boston right now. And Sam Hauser, the undrafted rookie who last saw with the Celtics after last year's draft, has really taken the world by storm here. With Danilo Gallinari's injury, it created this sort of void that the Celtics were wondering how they would fill. And here comes Sam Hauser, just re-signed this offseason, 3-year deal, with a chance to really kind of kick down that playing time door. And man, through the first 2 preseason games, he has done that. So here's what we got coming up. I got a chance to sit down here in my car where somehow in October, the sun is beating down on me. I had a chance to catch up with his mom, Stephanie Hauser. Just amazing stories about Sam and his gravitation to basketball as a young child. I'm just going to say, I don't know if Me Shooty will become his nickname, but listen to the story. And maybe that's something that we'll be saying around Boston a whole lot more, because Sam was saying it as a young child. A little delve into his mindset and how he's feeling going into the year. And then we actually sit down with Sam on Media Day. We had a chance to just talk about, hey, what's it like getting this opportunity? And I thought it was fascinating because, like anything, even though you're an NBA player, you're waiting for your opportunity. Danilo goes down, Rob goes down. What's that like? Is there pressure? How is Sam feeling? Well, I can tell you he's feeling pretty good, especially now as he launches in to the early preseason. If he can bottle up what he's done through the first 2 preseason games, Hauser Mania isn't going to die out anytime soon. So let's get into it. Let's start with our chat with Stephanie Hauser. All right, Stephanie. I don't know if you're feeling it up there in Wisconsin, but Hauser Mania is running wild in Boston based on your son's performance through the first 2 preseason games. I want to jump in the time machine and have you take me back to when he was a kid. But first, I want to start. What's it like as a mom watching your son get his NBA opportunity? What are you feeling as you're watching these preseason games?
It can be summed up in one word: surreal. I think Sam actually summed it up the best. My husband asked him about a year ago. He said, all right, Sam, you are living out the dream that you've had since you were a little boy. Is it everything that you imagined it would be? And Sam said, no, Dad, it's better.
Oh, I mean, that's amazing. So I could actually remember we sat down with him a year ago and I made some unfair comparisons. I said, okay, Duncan Robinson and then finding gems late in the draft. And he was just all about embracing his opportunity. Mm-hmm. What has this year been like as he's sort of waited for this opportunity to come about? And what's it like to see him actually get a chance to show what he can do?
Sam is steady. I think that's the best way to explain and describe his personality. There are not these high highs and they're not low lows. You always know what you're going to get with Sam. And so he truly has embraced this opportunity from the get-go as exactly what it is. He knows that he's going to get limited opportunities, and his job is just to try to make the best of every moment that he gets and to just cherish it, because nothing is a given. And especially at this level, it is all such a gift. And he's earned it and he's worked hard for it. But truly, I think he's a realist as to just how special this is and just truly embracing, making the most of every moment.
It's so refreshing because, again, you can clearly see it. I kept asking him, are you nervous? Gallinari goes down and now you have a bigger chance here. And he was just like, no, this is what you dream about and what you want to do. All right, I want to hop in the time machine. So I was reading some articles about him as a young boy, and I was fascinated. Take me through, how old was he picking up Nerf basketballs and throwing them around?
Yeah, he literally just gravitated to it as soon as he could walk and talk, and loved the Nerf hoop. And the article that I think you're referring to, I recall, I believe I was asked about this when Sam and Joey were going to play each other with the Big Ten ACC matchup, which actually never happened due to one of the teams having a COVID outbreak. But we were talking about both boys as they were growing up and how much they enjoyed basketball. And Sam's first 2-word sentence was "me shooty." he had a little Nerf hoop, and he literally just had the perfect little follow through. I said to my husband, "Did you teach him that?" He said, "No. I mean, my husband was a basketball coach, and he would come to the gym with Dave on the daily, and he just watched. He watched those high school boys shooting, and he had this perfect little follow through with a little Nerf hoop, and that's all he wanted to do. I always joke that, Sam was not one you really had to punish, and if you did have to punish him, just take away the Nerf hoop and he would cry because all he wanted to do was shooty all day long.
Did he have the perfect shooting form even at that age?
Yes. Beautiful. There is only, my husband has spent a ton of time with our kids in the gym, my daughter first, and then the two boys, helping them with their shooting technique. And so they have a regimented series that they go through. This does not happen by accident. Certainly, there was some natural to it as well. And Sam's got that silky smooth touch, but he works at it really, really hard, and he spends a ton of time. And there was only one time in Sam's life where my husband really had to really take him to the gym and kind of fine tune. It was when Sam had a huge growth spurt between 8th and 9th grade. And his shot form got a little wonky just because he had grown so quickly. Right. And so Dave had to kind of get back to the basics with Sam and get him back to what he had been doing since he was a little guy.
It's incredible to me. At what point do you realize, like, he might have something special, something that at 2 years old for sure, but, at what point do you say, wow, he might have a real future with basketball?
I don't know if there was a day where that happened. There were moments along the way where as a parent, you know that every child has aspirations to be a professional. It's something that they do. And certainly Sam's had a dream for a long, long time of being a professional basketball player. And as a parent, you never want to burst their bubble, but you're a realist as well. And so there were moments along the way. I think when he got his first Division I offer, as a freshman or sophomore in high school, I remember thinking, this is amazing. As a parent, you never could imagine that would be true. So there were moments along the way, but to achieve this level it's incredible. It really is.
What was the athletic competition like in your household? I got to assume, okay, mom and dad are athletic minded, and then you've got 3 kids, right, that are super, like, what were those battles like? Are him and Joey going at it? Are him and your daughter going at it? What was that like?
Well, Nikki set the bar high. Both boys will probably tell you that she's the best athlete of the 3 of them. And so she set the bar high. She earned 11 out of 12 athletic varsity letters at our high school work. And we the kids went to one of the bigger high schools in our state of Wisconsin. So she was a heck of an athlete. And so they had a lot to live up to. So Sam came next, big sister, really, like I said, she set that bar high. And so he had to work hard to live up to her legacy. And then Sam and Joey are pretty close in age, even though they're 2 grades apart. They're only about 19 months apart. And so that battle has been intense since they were little guys. Sam was always just a little bigger than average height, and Joey was always quite tall for his age. And so they went hard. A lot of one-on-one battles in the driveway. It actually took Sam a long time before he could beat Joey in a one-on-one battle as big brother. So they each have their strengths on the court, and they like to claim that which part they're better at than their brother.
Well, it's fascinating. What's it like as a parent? Like, you've got to balance all this, right? Like, Joey's at Michigan State now, and Sam, did you league pass? Like, what are we doing to keep up with everything that's going on in their worlds?
For sure, league pass, because we can't get out to Boston as often as we'd like. Now, fortunately, they'll be in Chicago on the 24th, so we'll be down there. We are getting in our car and driving to East Lansing tomorrow night. It's Midnight Madness. Gonna top off, and get that season started. We are down in Charlottesville. Our daughter Nikki is the director of volleyball operations at University of Virginia. So we were down there a couple weekends ago. And we are just enjoying riding this wave. We are so blessed as parents, and obviously we both have a busy career as well. And so we get to everything that we can. And you're right, we rely heavily on watching it on TV as well.
Well, get ready, because there's an opportunity here for him, and I can't wait to see what he does. He's clearly ready for it. And I'm telling you, like, it's so funny. I went from all the calamity of the offseason to everyone saying, is Sam going to play? Is he going to knock down this many 3-pointers? I want to end on this. What don't we know about Sam? Like what I'm not going to ask you for embarrassing moments, although if you want to share them, that's fine too. But like, what don't we know about Sam that what are we going to learn about him as he steps into the spotlight here in Boston?
Sam is a kind-hearted person. He really is truly just a kind soul. He loves kids. He loves animals. He loves his teammates. He truly is just one of those guys that it's hard to find fault in him. He's just a good guy. He really is. He'll do anything to help a team without really needing anything out of it for himself. He likes to win, and it doesn't matter what his role is in that way. He hopes that he can help a team be successful, but he wants to be part of a winning team. And then maybe a little fun fact, I don't know if this would embarrass him or not, but he played piano.
Oh.
And, all 3 of the kids learned when they were little, and our COVID time when the world shut down and the Hauser 5 got to spend a little quality family time together for a couple months unexpectedly. They all got back to playing piano, and Sam asked for a weighted keyboard for Christmas that year. And so it's sitting in his place in Boston, and plays a little piano here and there when he gets some time.
Wow. Well, don't tell his teammates. They might make him get out to center court and play a little something along the way. Stephanie, I mean, congratulations. It's super cool to see him get a chance this year, and I can't wait to see. The only other question I have is, will he be involved in wedding planning, or does he have to like downshift during the season? Is his wife ready for having to carry that burden, or his soon-to-be wife ready for that burden?
Well, I told Sam the same advice that I tell any husband to be. Listen, your wife really wants to do all the plans herself, truly, but you better pretend that you are interested and that you care, and do a lot of head nodding and say, yes, that sounds great, honey. Because if you pretend like you don't care, that's trouble. Let her make the plans and be an engaged husband to be and involved in the process, and he'll do that. We are so excited about Emmy entering into our family. She is wonderful, and so happy that her and Sam have found each other.
Well, we're going to play an interview I did with Sam, and he said that was his favorite moment of the off season. And I said, well, look, you've had one ring involved this off season, and let's see if there's another ring a little further down the road. But Stephanie, again, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for giving us a little insight on Sam's road to Boston, and thank you again.
You bet. And thanks to you and your whole crew for the coverage, so that my husband and I are able to stay connected and watch the team. We are huge Celtics fans here in Wisconsin.
Thank you again.
Kick off fall with game-winning deals at Route 9 Nissan.
Lease a new Rogue Sport for $289 a month. That's right, just $289 a month.
Score your game-winning deal now and visit today or online anytime at route9nissanauto.com.
We're kicking off fall with big savings at State Line Subaru.
Like a new Subaru Crosstrek. Drive home for just $299 a month. That's right, only $299.
Score big savings today. State Line Subaru, a driver's best friend.
Me shooting. 2 years old, like 1 year old, and the kid was already just grabbing Nerf fastballs and firing away, and has the perfect form, and the family's wondering, how did this happen? Sometimes you got it, sometimes you're born with it, but I suspect mom and dad had a little bit of help in it. And you couldn't see there, Stephanie is a pretty big deal with the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association, and I feel like the kids had a pretty good foundation, especially with big sister leading the way as well. So a very athletic family, as you heard, with the Hauser 5. All right, let's transition. Let's get Sam's thoughts on the upcoming season, how he's feeling going in, and all the calamity around the Celtics, and what he feels like he can do. Here's our chat with Sam on Media Day.
We were sitting here last year, and I mean, not that there was uncertainty, but you were a two-way guy. Like, we didn't know what the future held. What was that whole experience like last year, going from two-way to roster player to the finals? Like, what was last year like?
Last year was pretty crazy. It was a whirlwind. Just being a two-way guy, just not really, coming in blind, not really knowing what to expect. And then, I did pretty well in the G League when I had my chances there, and then got converted at the trade deadline, which was awesome, and then took advantage of some opportunities later in the season when some guys were resting. So showed just enough, I guess, to have them keep me on, and for this year at least. And then, going to the finals was crazy. It honestly, it was hard to take into perspective where we were at while it was going on until it was over. So, but looking back, it's a special journey and something I'll never forget.
I was gonna say, is there a moment like a week after the season, 2 weeks after the season, like how long does it linger with you, and then when does it just sink in, like, oh man, my first year and we're almost away right there for the championship?
Yeah, probably like a week after. I mean, the first couple of days, kind of bummed out, losing at home and all that, and we were 2 wins away, all that. But after that, you kind of look back and just take it all in and be grateful and just kind of be where your feet are and just really take it all in and understand how special it was.
What was your biggest takeaway watching the guys that were, obviously out there, Jalen, I guess your starters and the ones that played the big minutes? Like, What do you take from watching them and what it takes to sort of be on that level?
It's an unbelievable amount of attention to detail, and it's almost like a chess match. Like, you're trying to figure out what they're going to do, and they're trying to figure out what you're going to do, and counter punching and all that. But attention to detail and how hard each and every game really is, and how hard those guys play. I think that was the most eye-opening thing to me.
I've been asking guys who they think is the most likely to have like a big jump this year, and Luke said you. So is he just putting added pressure on you, or are you ready for
No, it's cool. It's cool to hear. I mean, I'm just going to come in, try to do my job to the best of my ability, and if that means, a jump, great. And but I'm ready to do whatever is called on to me. So in terms of having a jump, I think Rob's going to have a good year once he's back. He had a pretty good jump of the year last year, but I think he's going to be really good when he's fully healthy. So I'm excited for that.
When Danilo gets injured and the ACL injury, and even with Rob being out, like there is a void there in the front court. Do you feel pressure, like, oh my God, or is it more like, oh, I have this opportunity now to show what I can do?
Yeah, it sucked when that happened. You never wish that upon anyone, and but it does create an opportunity for a guy like me or even Luke, with Rob being out too. So I do view it as an opportunity. I don't see it as pressure or anything like that. I think it's just a chance to show what I can do and hopefully, stick in this rotation.
What haven't we seen from you yet? Now, I think everyone always defaults three-point shooter and all that, but like, what else do you want to show this year that maybe we haven't seen in the smaller glimpses of NBA time?
Honestly, I'm asked to be a three-point shooter given the roster we have, so I'm going to do that to as best as I can, and then impact on defense as much as I can, and just try to be in the right spot at the right time and do all the little things. And honestly, I don't really expect me to do anything much different. Honestly, I'm just trying to play my role and be the best I can in that role.
Tell me about your experiences. Joe Mazzulla, did he coach your first year when you were in summer league?
Yeah.
So and just being around him, what have you learned about Joe Mazzulla so far?
He's hard-nosed, says it how it is. He's intense. But he has a good demeanor about him, and I think he wants the best out of everyone. And he truly does care, not only us as basketball players, but us off the court. So I'm excited to play under him and see what happens.
I'm not asking you the specifics, but just it has been a crazy couple of weeks. Like, what can you do as players to either ignore that noise or just power through and put the focus back on basketball?
Yeah, it was tough. It is really surprising news to all of us. Unfortunately, what happened, but we're just trying to focus on the upcoming year and what we have, because we have a really good team, really good roster, and obviously, we tasted what it meant to be in the NBA Finals, so we're just trying to get back there. So we're excited to get things going.
You've been around it. Like, who are the leaders that can help guide that? Does it just come from your best players like Jalen and Jason? Is it Marcus being a vocal leader? Like, who helps you kind of push through in those instances?
Yeah, I think Al is a really big factor in that. He's seen a lot. He's been in the league a lot of years, and he's basically kind of seen it all. He finally got to the NBA Finals, so he's kind of seen it all. He's been there. He's done that. So I think some of his words throughout even the playoff run were inspiring, and it made it easy to follow him and want to play hard. So I think Al is a big culprit in helping us get back to where we want to go.
how the informal workouts been? Have you been part of those Auerbach Center and stuff like that? Like, how nice is it to start to see the puzzle kind of come back together?
Yeah, it's been good. Guys kind of slowly trickled in the last couple weeks, and we've been playing open gyms and stuff. So it's been cool to play with different guys. They change up the teams every day, so we kind of get to play with different guys and see how it is. So it's been good.
What was the best thing you did all summer?
Got engaged.
I was gonna say, if you didn't answer that, you would have.
Got engaged. Yeah, so, that's definitely the best part.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You got one ring. Well, we're gonna get one ring, and now
hopefully get the.
I hope you get two this year, right?
Exactly.
All right, Sam sounded ready. All his teammates. We sat down on media day, and you probably heard, if you listened to our post game pod last night or after Sunday's game, I sort of said this. Sam was just sort of ready for his opportunity and embraced it, and there was no. You wait for it in last season in the G League, but Danilo goes down, and are you ready for it? And there was question marks, but clearly he was ready to dive into it, and has not disappointed through the first couple games. I still think there's a whole nother level he can go to. We got to see defensively what he can do. We got to see what he can do offensively beyond hit 3-point shots. But that's not the worst baseline in the NBA to have in the modern NBA, where if teams are going to give you space and punish them. And if he's out there with lineups that have Jalen or Jason and all the talent that the Celtics have, there's going to be good shots out there for Sam Hauser. And look, last season, the Celtics needed someone who could come in and just hit threes and consistently be that presence. Sam shooting 40%. There's going to be minutes available for him. And if he can continue to blossom as a defender and as a team player, there's really no limit to what his role can grow into. So, all right. I hope you enjoyed this Hauser deep dive. I don't suspect it'll be the last time we're talking about Sam Hauser, especially as we get ready for the new season. I need everybody to go like, subscribe, check out the post-game pod. We're trying to give you a little something after every game this year. 82, 109, whatever it's going to be. We're going to be there every night to break it down and give our thoughts. And then we'll pop back in during the week with these and take a little bit of a deeper dive in to what's going on with the Celtics. All right. We'll catch you next time on the Celtics Talk podcast.
Look no further than the award-winning 24 Auto Group. With over 2,600 vehicles in stock, the brands you love, backed by the savings and service you can count on. Visit today or shop online at 24autogroup.com.
We're kicking off fall with big savings at State Line Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
Lease a new Ram 1500 for $369 a month during Ram Power Days.
Hurry in, and you'll be saying,
I got mine at State Line.